Hello. So they made a post on the Hero Wars Facebook page yesterday that I thought was super interesting. They made a post about like the most popular arena teams for February 2023, and I'm going to put this picture up right here because first thing to notice is there's both Stone Cold and Trinity Twins are both represented in this list, and that's not too surprising because both of those are very good teams. They're both like meta teams. They've both been teams that have been good for quite some time. You see them in Guild Wars. You'll see them in arenas. Maybe not so much on defense, but you will see them attacking a lot. If you look, like I said, I have quite a few heroes developed on this account at this point. Quite a few. Yet most of the time I use the same team. Like my defense, I haven't really gave much care about my defense for a long time, but most of my victories, even though I have other options, I will use Trinity Twins or I'll use Morgan Twins. Like instead of Sebastian, because sometimes I'll have Rufus. Because Morgan's a hard counter to Rufus. But even though I have like heroes like Arachne, I have like all these other great heroes and teams I could use. I usually just run Twins because they're just the easiest getting wins. Like it just when it comes to actual raw win percentage, this is probably one of the most winningest teams in the game. I mean, there's just, like I said, I mean, even though I could totally use Arachne, like all my wins here are done with the Twins because I run that team because it's honestly one of the easiest. It's the same thing like Guild Wars. It's my most used team in Guild Wars. It's my most, like I said, it's probably it's in Clash of Worlds. My gosh, I wish more people had Twins. Like, I wish more people in my guild had access to Trinity Twins because it is such a good team for getting wins with. Let's see if we can find my participants here. Boom. Put myself here. Let's see what we got here. So there you go, Morgan Twins. Like, I wish more people could had this access to this team because there's so many like lines that are really hard to beat without the Twins. Like Twins are good versus pretty much all like Trinity Twins, like especially the Royal, like is good versus like all your like physical teams. Let's see. So this is my Arachne team. Like, so let's see. Where's my... There you go. So I used Amira this time. Because you can only use Sebastian once, but Amira is really good for physical attackers. Like, but the Twins, like, so this right here, if you want to beat Kark, Aurora, Celeste, Krista, Lars, you put Axel, Patron on Lars. That's how you beat all the Kark teams. Like, there's the third team in that list for the top 3 arena is also like an Astaroth Kark team. Astaroth, like, Kark teams get absolutely destroyed by Twins. And coincidentally... the Twins teams usually lose to Stone Cold, so it's kind of like you kind of have the stone, paper, scissors things going, so let's kind of talk about that. But no, seriously though, Twins is a good combo to invest in because it will help you a lot in attacks for Guild War, for Arena, for Clash of Worlds. They might not be the best defending team these days. That's not the battle days of 2021 or 2020 are behind us where there was Twins meta. That's a long time. It was 2020. That was when Twins meta was like dominant. This was before Isaac was a thing, so everyone used Trinity Twins. Like it was Twins v Twins meta. I mean, it was pretty stale. Like it was the most stale meta I've ever seen. But it's like, so let's take Trinity Twins here. Lars, Krista. So usually have Merlin on Krista because she uses her ice shards more frequently. Makes her a bit more consistent. So you put Lars there, and we'll put Chorus here. This is usually pretty safe if you have the patrons maxed out. Like, patrons are such a big deal in this game. So that's the Trinity Twins here. Like, so what was the... So you had the... You see... So we got Astros, so they had Nebula. Like, this is actually a pretty sketchy team. They don't even have Sebastian in this line, so I really think this is a kind of a bad line. Faceless isn't that good these days. I guess if you're attacking with Kark, maybe. I think it would be Merlin. Merlin lets a faster power throw. Mara lets a longer stun, but they have Sebastian, so probably Merlin there. And they were using Martha. Martha's okay. But this is what they, like said, you don't want to attack like a Trinity Twins team with this. This is you'll lose this fight probably 9 out of 10 times. Like the Twins will just destroy your card teams. Like, that's just not a good one. I mean, maybe if you play a manual, you might be able to get a bit more value out of Faceless. But like the point is, like that's just not a good one. We should also put on that defense here. Just kind of show. I would not recommend defending this team because you almost always want Sebastian on defense. But that's the line they put in the top there, which, like I said, I see Kark a lot. I don't know why Kark is popular because he's not a good hero. But I do see a lot of people invest in Kark. There's no reason people should be investing in Kark in the numbers he gets invested in. There's much better heroes than Kark. Just some people I think are just taking bad advice from some players or something. Or they just think he looks cool. I'm not 100% sure why, but Kark is pretty average. He's not like garbage tier hero, but he's pretty mid. Pretty mid. That's a good word, mid. He's mid. Kark is mid. Okay, so let's do this here. Right, so this is, like I said, we've already did Trinity. Let's do the Stone Cold line now. So Stone Cold is these specific 5 heroes. Where's Jew? So this is an archetype called Stone Cold. This was, like I said, once Isaac came to the picture, this came like one of the, like, people started realizing maybe they could use Isaac as a tank, like so in 2021. Stone Cold kind of became a thing. It also became really popular after Asgard was introduced, but Stone Cold's been around longer than Asgard. This team's also really good really good versus Lost to Keep. It's also good versus the Great Storm boss. So this is a good team, but versus Kark here, like this is probably, like I said, this might be where Kark would be good because Isaac's, not doing too much magic damage, but maybe you can still get through it. And if this is said, maybe Stone Cold actually powers through Kark too. So it just kind of shows you that Kark is just not that good here. Yeah, no, Kark sucks. This proves it there. I thought Kark would actually get a win there, but no, Kark is trashed here. Like, okay, maybe not trashed. I'm being a bit unfair, but Kark's not good. Don't invest in him. That's what I'll tell you here. But Trinity Twins wrecks him. So, yeah, so boom. And we'll put a Trinity Twins on defense here in a second. I'll just show you, like, the problem, like, you just cannot defend with Kark like that. Kark is just bad. There's a couple players in my guild who use Kark, and they lose so many hero fights they're a pain to set targets for, and they just, they're just, pulled the guild back, especially if they don't have, like, Aurora or something also to offset. It's bad. What am I grabbing? Like, I'm sorry talking, I'm not lost my train of thought. We're grabbing Krista. We'll do the Stone Cold in a second against the Twins to show you how well Stone Cold works against the Twins. Trinity Twins. Didn't show us patrons in the top 5, so just kind of like any patron. So there's other reasons you might use a different, like, patron on Aurora. Boom. Okay, see. Kark gets demolished. Okay, so can do where's Celeste, Krista, Lars, do you want? So there's a case to be made that if you're going to use Trinity Twins on defense, you should use Oliver on Aurora because you don't want to, like I said, because otherwise you're more vulnerable to Isaac. If you don't use Kane on Aurora, she's less likely to speed up Isaac's ult, so we can try it like this. I think you'd probably want to put Axel here, though. So we'll try it like this, see how this works. I still think Stone Cold's probably going to win here. See, Isaac, Jew, Martha. All right. Yeah, no, this is a team you probably want to develop. See, and this is why Stone Cold wins. Actually, I put Oliver on him. Like, you probably want to actually put Mara on Isaac most of the time because you want to silence lock him because they got silence off. So sub. So you usually probably want to put Mara patron just so that silence lasts 12 seconds, and that ends up being game. But I don't think it's gonna matter too much here. Like, because you are killing him. The Lars didn't get to go off, so that's pretty much the main theme. But Stone Cold is really good versus mage teams. There's also a similar line called Trifecta Killer, which in some ways is probably better for specifically Trinity Twins. If you don't know what Trifecta Killer is, that's Holy Trinity, Isaac, Yasmin. It's also a good team. This one you would use that, and where's Sebastian? And Trifecta Killer is this one, and you actually use this one. Usually use Oliver, Patron on Aurora, and Kane on Yasmin. It's called Trifecta Killer. This one's pretty good as well. Wasn't the best example of attacking, but like that one could be good for a lot of mage teams too. But those are both like meta teams. Like honestly, like that's what I said. I mean, if you developed the Holy Trinity, if you develop Trinity Twins and your Stone Cold line, like which is 9 heroes, like you would be pretty well rounded. Like honestly, you'd be pretty well rounded. Could beat a lot of different stuff with just 9 heroes. 9 heroes to rule them all. Like I said, I do tend to use Stone Cold a lot in Clash of Worlds just because like I have those heroes. Like it's a pretty ready-made line. Again, let's see what we got here. Those are Titan fights. See, Twins. So that's Arachnamaya. Oh, shooting range. Oh, I didn't said. So I said actually 0, and that's because Iris is not. It's pretty good versus Isaac. This is pretty much Stone Cold, but we have the instead. So this actually was goose egged here, but it was also a buffed building. So they thought maybe we could pick Iris with Jew and stuff, but didn't go out that way. So. But it's kind of like the end of when you're at the end of the clash and you're kind of trying to find targets. Like so, sometimes it's not that great except unless they're a mage team. But you know, because it's like kind of like my other team, like they have besides Twins and Arachnamaya, like it is good versus like some things. It's not always the best versus non-mage teams. That one demonstrates. Should probably see if we could find another. See, oh, that one's wave. That one's not gonna find any good fights in that one. They're all gonna be like way weak. Citadel. Twins. Yep, that's what I see all my victories here with the Twins. I lose my other hero fights. The Twins, like I said, are just one of the easiest ones to get wins with. Like it's harder. Like I said, again, I thought maybe again, same thing, same mistake like Iris, just Isaac dies to Iris way too easily. He's not a tank. He doesn't have tank health. You really do need like a proper tank with high health to really fight Iris. Or really best counter Iris is Rufus and Twins. Twins are really good versus Iris too. Like that's the best way to beat Iris teams is with Twins. Again, that's another reason why Twins are top tier. It's like Iris rolls over to the Twins pretty effectively. Do that. Let's see. Celeste. Aurora. And see. We can try Isaac here. Sure. Let's see. Patrons. Just thinking of what patrons we want. Could do Biscuit. Don't think we want Celeste to be one shot though. Could also do Chorus here. We might not get too many those here. Maybe actually we'll put Chorus on Celeste because she's in the middle. Let's try that. So let's try this. So this is kind of a tough fight. So Isaac plus Aurora, plus Marty. Like so, Isaac has probably about 40,000 magic defense, which actually makes him take. He mitigates almost as well as Aurora now, like the magic damage. Like it's actually pretty tough to beat Isaac, Aurora plus Axel with a Twins team. Like Iris though, we will power through. So I'll show you. Like we're just gonna try to wait for the ice shards to come back. Okay, ice shards are back. So you see Aurora's souls there. Right, but now it's behind the team. Like that's generally what happens is why the Twins are good versus Iris is that you can now power through. Oh, but we're gonna time out here to Isaac and Aurora here. Probably. But see that magic mitigation? This is why magic defense skin's good on Isaac. I don't know why some people say Isaac's better without the magic defense skin. That right there is actually caused because it's too much magic defense on Isaac there between him and Aurora and no magic penetration on Krista. Like, it's actually really hard to pass that, but Iris, like, if you go back to the replay here, right, Iris gets her ult off, but it's not quite as bad because once Iris gets her ult off, we end up pushing forward. See, Aurora's soul gets up here, but now old Lars is ulting, so the soul's actually behind here, so it's... So Aurora's not dying quite as quickly. She still dies, and that's mostly for the reason, but point is, the twins are really good versus Iris. Isaac's kind of like an issue. Isaac plus Aurora, especially if you invested in Isaac's magic defense. Because Isaac has like 40,000 magic defense, and Krista has like pretty much just the magic pen that Merlin's providing. Like, look at this magic. Look how well the team, they're mitigating magic damage. Like, it just... They're mitigating so much magic damage right here that it's pretty much impossible for Krista to finish the kill without a mag pen buff, which is why high magic defense plus Mara Patron is so good on Isaac, because it just makes it a lot harder for a mage team to power through. Like, a lot of Isaacs I'll see in Arena and Guild Wars, a lot of times they skip the magic defense skin, or they'll have like Oliver Patron or something, and he's a lot easier to kill that way because his magic defense will be significantly lower. But we'll try it with like a different a team here. We'll try a different like Iris team that I think exhibits this a bit better, just because Isaac makes it a bit harder with Aurora there. We could probably still use Aurora. Like I said, Holy Trinity is really good too. I do recommend that. So we'll do the Trinity here, but we'll do someone else with Iris. Let's see. We'll do Arachne. You actually probably want a Biscuit Patron here with Arachne. Iris can be good for that too. Alright, so let's do... Yeah, I could have tried, we might go back to the other team. The first one, we'll try a different pet, like maybe with a different pets. That one will work out a bit better, like use a Cane pet type maybe. Or Albus pet. Oh, this video is actually starting to get long looking at the time, so maybe not, but we might run quick one on that one, so. This one we're actually gonna full auto probably. See, much easier without Isaac. But Aurora still mitigates magic damage like a champ. Like I said, her plus Isaac together, especially if you have Isaac's magic defense maxed out, really tough to just finish. But that's what I mean, though. The twins are really good versus Iris, and Iris is a really common hero. Twins beat Iris teams. So let's try this one again, though. I do think this one's winnable. See, we want a different pet. We don't want to use that one. Probably Kane. We'll try with Kane. We'll see how this goes. Like I said, we need mitigation. I mean, Albus kind of like, he might be good, but we don't have a lot of pure damage going on, so, you know. Oh, shoot, and I went on full auto. See, that's why you don't full auto versus Isaac. We need a reset here. Because that's a auto lose there. What if you get yourself silenced? That's 12-second silence. That's a lose. I messed up there. Let's try this again. Try this again. I started talking and forgot what I was doing again. I do that sometimes. I get talking and then forget what I need to be doing. So we don't want auto. We need to get Ode to Serenity up. Okay, now we can auto. Oh, shoot. Nope. No Maxwell. Aurora died easier. Yeah, no. We might... Like I said, this just might be too hard with Aurora plus Isaac. Like, if you used a different tank or you didn't have Isaac, this is an easy win for Trinity Twins. But Isaac plus Aurora is just way too much magic mitigation. So, Anyway, this video's gone on long enough. Not too much more to say on it. But Trinity Twins, really good. Stone Cold, really good. Like I said, Stone Cold, definitely like one of the best for like guild raids. But both, like I said, those are pretty much like two archetypes I'd totally recommend doing. Like there's pretty much, you always want the Holy Trinity and the Stone Cold heroes. Twins are definitely one of the next best like options. If you've never seen it before, I actually did a video a while back for like 7 heroes you should invest in, and you can find that below. Thanks for watching.